Go hard, or go home. 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 Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home. Yeah, these championship rings on my hands now. In my head I'm top 10, yeah, that's hands down. You a squad, now you're looking man down. Funny how foes turn to friends now. Drive a race car like a Atari now. Call filling up, I need product again. Treat the business like a playground, might slide on you. Don't even roll my slide on you. Do a backflip, cause I'm mad rich. I'm the definition of what that is. Go hard, or go home. 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 Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home. I'm a warrior, I go back to back, then go back to back. If I top the top, then a double back, and I'm topping that. Yeah, I beat my own records. Yeah, I gotta get money fetish. Same team, I don't set trip. Never dull, this electric. Went and put the Ricks on my toes. Me and bro, that's the give and go. Stay 100, end zone. Keep them coming. I know. I won't flood my wrist, no, I'm not dumb like that. No. I just wanna give my mama 100 racks. Go hard, or go home. 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 Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home. Shit rings on my hands now.
Yeah, what's going on? Welcome to the bottom line.
Funny how folks to the friends now. Race car like a Atari now.
What up, Kid Key? Episode 8.
Playground might
What's
slide
happening, bro?
What's going on, man?
Kind of disappointed, man.
I'm disappointed. Oh, man, we got to talk about it. Yeah.
Disappointed, bro.
All right. Yeah, we got about the. Hey, we're up to 357 members on the Facebook group.
All right.
Yeah. So thank you for all the members that are on the Facebook group. 357, 359. I can't remember. I checked the other earlier today, but all right. We appreciate you. Make sure you like, share this, do all that good stuff. Share it, like it on your feed, even if you watch it on the repeat, on the rewind, on the recording. Make sure you share that. We appreciate you guys. We're back on Facebook. Coming back on Facebook. I got to focus back on Facebook. We're on Twitch and all that good stuff too. But I'm gonna focus on Facebook and YouTube, and we, see what happens. But yeah, let us know. Give us your comments, likes, and all that good stuff. One quick update that I didn't put in the feed, but the World Cup qualifying, USA is up 4-0 right now on Panama for the World Cup qualifying round. So they're trying to qualify. I think they're almost there, so they're probably going to qualify. USA is going to qualify for that World Cup, man. That should be fun. All right. Yeah, welcome to the show. Appreciate everybody. This is episode 8. Let me turn this background music on. Yeah. All right. So here we are. Episode 8. Little college basketball. Everybody's bracket's probably busted. Yeah, you know what? I picked Kansas in one of my brackets, so I feel pretty good. I think Kansas might be there, so we'll see. We'll talk about that in a minute. But out of your brackets, we're just gonna talk about what's your most or your biggest disappointment. Of course, me, I'm a Red Raider fan. We lost in the in the Sweet 16, so that's a disappointment for me, just as a personal. But as far as as you look at the brackets and you look at all your top, your top probably 1 through 4 are probably kind of the favorites going throughout the whole series. I mean, no one's gonna pick. I mean, there might be a few people that'll pick these lower seeds, but most people are picking anywhere from 1 to 4 seed. So what is your biggest disappointment, or who is the biggest disappointment in the NCAA bracket? As you look at it as a whole, starting from the beginning, who's your biggest disappointment? I got like 3 teams that come to mind right away. To me, Arizona, Baylor, and Gonzaga, those are the ones that come come right away. But what's your biggest disappointment? Let me know.
Man, Gonzaga for one, they really, man, this is their second year. Mark Few, his second year in a row, man, he's kind of threw it away. Man, if I had to pick another team, man, you probably gonna think I'm crazy for saying this. Arkansas played really good basketball. Eric Musselman, I got to see them play up in Buffalo.
But I mean, are they disappointment? They kind of overachieved.
Yeah, I mean, for them losing, and they lost close to Duke, man. They lost close.
Okay.
To Duke. Okay. And you probably gonna really think I'm crazy, man. Hey, I was riding with Providence too, man, and Providence was a 4 seed. They were
Providence was a 4 seed. Yeah, you were. I don't know why you were riding with Providence. I knew Providence wasn't gonna win.
Like, let's go Friars.
Let's go Friars.
And so, man, I jumped on their bandwagon and everything, man.
Right.
And your team, man, you guys played really, really close, man. I think you guys could have edged Duke, man. I don't know what the.
I mean, we played them tight.
Missing, man.
I think the missing is just we don't have that one guy that can score, that can get you a point when you need it. I mean, we got different guys that can get kind of get hot, and we don't have that one guy who's just a perennial scorer. TJ Shannon. Now he's talking about getting in the transfer portal, but he was our one guy that was probably that guy, but he's been injured all season. He's had back issues. So, I mean, he actually looked pretty good against, in the last game. I think it was Michigan State. Who was it before? But anyway, he looked pretty good in the tournament. He looked like he got his first step. Like, he was feeling pretty healthy, but most of the year he's battling some back problems. And so,
yeah, man.
But he would have been that guy. But go ahead.
Like I told you, man, you thought I was crazy, but man, Providence, man, I'm telling you, they look really good, man. They blew Richmond out, and that's when I was like, man, these guys gonna make a run, man. But
okay, yeah. I think for a lot of people, Arizona is a big disappointment because I think a lot of people had Arizona going. I know Les came in on the show, one of our shows, say, hey, Arizona gonna win it all,
Gonna win it all,
but no such luck. They didn't make it. I mean, they got bumped out, I think, in the Sweet 16. I can't remember right now. But, yeah, they didn't make it. And then, for me, my biggest disappointment is either going to narrow down to Gonzaga or Baylor. Because Baylor, they got knocked out way too early to me.
Yeah,
they should have gone a little further. In my eyes, they were a disappointment to me. I mean, to me, they should have made it. Man. They should have made it to the. They should have made it to the Elite Eight. The only good, I guess, saving grace is that North Carolina is the one that knocked them out, and North Carolina's in the Final Four, so maybe they're a little better than people thought.
And that's what I was telling you about North Carolina, man. North Carolina gonna blow Duke out.
I don't think they're gonna blow them out. I don't think so. But to me, I think it's got to be Baylor as a number 1 seed, or Gonzaga. Maybe the biggest disappointment, because it seemed like this year everybody was on the Gonzaga bandwagon. I mean, this was their year. I mean, they had been number 1 seed. They had been the longest number 1 seed through, in the rankings for the season. They held number 1 for the longest time. And this was kind of their year. Timmy I think he's a senior now. This is last year. I mean, this is the year they were going to put it all together, supposedly. And to me, in the final, rundown, I think Gonzaga is the biggest disappointment this year, in a general sense. I think it's either them or Arizona. We're thinking about nationwide. They're probably the biggest disappointments this year.
Yeah, Arizona, man, they really threw the brackets off, man.
Yeah. Yep. All right, let us know, who do you think is the biggest disappointment in the NCAA brackets this year? So we got Arkansas beating Duke in the Elite Eight this weekend. Villanova beating Houston. I have Villanova in one of my other brackets going all the way. And so now we have our Final Four is set. Coming up next week, Final Four set. I believe usually the championship game is
Monday night.
It's usually on a Monday night. So
Monday night.
Is the Final Four on Sunday? Or is it going to be on Saturday?
Saturday.
Yeah.
One game is at 6 and one is at
Saturday.
8.
Okay. Yeah. So you got it on Saturday. Will be your Final Four, and then Monday will be your championship game. Let's talk about it with Duke and North Carolina. Who you got there?
I'm going Carolina, man.
Carolina? Okay.
Hey, I like the coach for Carolina, and I see another upset, man. I don't think Coach K going out the way he want to go out, man.
Yeah.
Then they're gonna get upset, bro.
Okay. Right now, they're early favorites. Dukes are early favorites in that one. I think, man, Duke's really a pretty tough team. They got a pretty decent roster. They kind of overachieved, and they basically underachieved during the year. That's why they're a number 8 seed. To be honest, they did beat Duke earlier this year. It was in the tournament, I believe, the ACC tournament.
ACC tournament, yeah.
Yeah, and so I mean, you kind of take that with a grain of salt. Duke didn't have nothing to play for, really. They weren't going to move up or down based on that, on them losing or winning that. So, I mean, they beat them 94-81. I found to see kind of a same type of scoring game when they played Duke. I think Duke's going to be able to hold them a little more on defense. I think in that game, if you look back at that game that they lost, Banchero had 23 points. But I think Roach is a guy who's been playing really well late. He's been one of those guys that can get off the dribble, and he can get him a point when they need it. Banchero's, man, he's been playing really well in this tournament, really efficient, playing really well. I think it's going to be a good game. I'm gonna say I think it's going to be a tight game. I think Duke's going to pull it out, though. I feel like Duke's going to pull it out late. They have a lot of good free throw shooters. I think it's going to come down to free throws at the end, and Duke's going to pull it out and go to the championship. Even though I don't really care, Coach K loses, but I just feel like that's who's going to win that game. Yeah. And okay, what about on the other side, Villanova, number 2 seed versus number 1 Kansas? What you got there?
Kansas.
I told you Kansas was good, man. I told you.
So Kansas 4-point favorite, man. Yeah, I think Kansas gonna edge out and win that one, man.
You think so?
They're gonna edge out. Yeah, they're gonna win that one. Definitely. They will definitely win that one. Yeah.
You think they'll definitely win it?
Yeah.
You got Kansas winning that one? Okay. Yeah. I mean, let me see here. Hold on. I'm trying to find something here. Let's see. For sure, I think Kansas is one of my favorites that I had winning. I had one of my brackets. I had Gonzaga, and then I think I had. Who else did I have? I had Kansas. Then, my dream bracket I had Texas Tech, but I knew they weren't going to make it that far. That was just a dream bracket. But I had them going to Elite 8 at Texas Tech, but they didn't quite make it there. But I got Kansas beating Villanova. Villanova is a lot like Texas Tech. They play really good defense, and they're really scrappy on defense. And I think they're going to give Kansas some trouble. But I think because Kansas they've been they play in one of the toughest divisions, the Big 12. They played a lot of teams that kind of they look a little bit like Villanova. And Kansas already had a bad shooting game the other day, where they struggled. And so I think they're going to play well in this game. I think they're gonna put it all together, and they have a pretty good defense. Their defense is pretty solid as well. They're not the best defense in the country, but they have a really solid defense, and they got enough on offense, and they got. To me, Kansas has got that guy that can get you those points when you need them. In Abaje, I mean, he can go out and get you some points. He can really leap, and they got a good inside guy in McCormick. I think Harris plays well. Remy Martin has been playing well coming off the bench.
Oh man,
he's giving them some energy.
Remy Martin,
he's giving them some energy off the bench. Yeah, he's pretty solid. I think Kansas will win that game close. And I guess we're gonna. To me, I'm looking at Duke versus Kansas in the finals. Is that what you got, Kenton, or you got North Carolina?
I'm gonna go North Carolina, Kansas, man.
Okay, North Carolina, Kansas. All right.
Hubert Davis and company, man. Hubert
Davis, yeah. I feel good for him. He went to a Final Four with North Carolina. Now he's a coach. Yeah. And he took him to the Final Four as a coach. That's pretty good. Shout out to Hubert Davis.
And the thing about him, bro, man, Roy Williams has been with these guys every step of the way. Roy Williams is retired, but he's been at all the games. He's still there, giving them more, encouragement and kind of pushing these guys to get to the next level, man. So
exactly,
I think that plays a big factor in you winning and being able to perform at the level you're performing at as an 8-seed team, anyway.
Yeah, I think that helps. That helps. I mean, and Hubert Davis has done a great job. He gives all, when they won this last game, he said all to the players. He was giving all the credit to the players.
To the players,
yeah. And granted, that's it. But his coaching is part of it. A lot of coaching is motivating the guys. A lot of it is X's and O's, making the plays and doing things like that. But they have to execute. But a lot of it is helping the players. A lot of coaching, especially in the colleges, just motivating the guys to do their best, right?
Yeah.
Getting them out there to play their best and do their best out there. So he's done a really good job. I think this is his first year or second year. I think coaching.
This is second year coaching. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's really young to the coaching, especially North Carolina. So shout out to him. Congratulations to North Carolina making it. I just feel like Duke's gonna they just got too much talent. I mean, Banchero is really, really coming to his own. He's a freshman, but he's basically now he's a sophomore. I mean, he's gone through a whole season. He's gone through the tournament. I mean, he's a sophomore. He's got pretty much a man body already. I mean, he's only going to fill in a little more. He's got a wide body, but he can play outside and shoot a little bit. I mean, that if he plays well and Roach can get you some points outside, just driving to the basket and he can get you a basket when he needs to. He's been playing well. I just think Duke's going to just be too much for them. It's going to be too much.
Too much.
Yeah, I think they're going to beat them. They got motivation also. They're in the Final Four. Plus, they got Coach K's last year. Plus, they lost to North Carolina earlier in the tournament in their conference tournament. So they got a lot of motivation here. I just feel like they're going to be really motivated and focused to win that game. Let us know what you think. All right, let us know what you think. Who's going to win? Who's going to win the Final Four? Who's going to win And I got Kansas winning. Actually, I got Kansas beating Duke in the championship myself. That's what I got. Yeah, I got Kansas winning it all.
Man.
Yep. So if Carolina goes against Kansas, you got the Tar Heels winning it all?
Yeah, man, I'm going to tell you, man, I'm going with Carolina, man.
All the way?
All the way, man.
Oh, wow.
At this point in the thing now.
Right. Yeah, well, I mean, it's only 2 games. You just got to play 2 more games. So we'll see.
Saturday, yeah.
Saturday will be Final Four, and so Monday will be the championship.
Monday night.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Let us know what you think. We appreciate you. Like, share, do all that good stuff. Share this on your Facebook. Share this in YouTube or whatever. Like, comment, do all that good stuff. If I don't comment right now on your stuff, I'll comment later. I appreciate any comments you might have. I'm running this show right now. It's kind of hard for me to run this show, so if I don't comment right away, I see them. I'll comment for sure later. We appreciate all your comments. So let's look a little NBA action. Man, the NBA is going to heat up now as the NCAA college basketball winds down.
Playoffs
starts the playoff. 15. I think, mid-April starts the playoffs.
Yeah.
Got a lot going on in the NBA is really heating up now. In the standings, we got Celtics number 1 now. They're playing really well. Who can they hang on to number 1? I don't know. What do you think?
Nah, bro. I'm telling you, man. My sleeper.
The Bucks are right on the. The Bucks are only half game out of first place.
The Bucks, and the 76ers are my teams. I think that are going to come out. That are going to come out of the East.
But you think the Celtics can hang on to first place?
Nah,
just for the season? You think they're going to lose it?
They'll drop in the playoffs, man.
But you think they can hang on to first place right now, as the season winds down?
That's right now. But playoffs, like I said, they'll probably end up playing like the 7th seed, right, or 8th. Well,
they'll play the 8th seed if they stay in. But you think they can hang on to first place? Is my question.
Nah, man.
You think they'll drop?
Yeah, they'll drop drastically.
Yeah, who knows? We'll see, because the Bucks are playing well right now. Everybody's getting healthy. The 76ers are playing well. I mean, the 1, 2, 3, 4 in the East is really close. They're only half game from each other. So one of those 4 teams is going to end up in first place. I'm not sure who, but I'm thinking the Bucks may end up in first place. Who knows? We'll see how the season runs out. There's only a few games left. There's only 7, 8 games left.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of games left to play.
Season over. It's over in 2 weeks. 2 weeks is done. You're going to play
2 weeks. Yep. Yeah. So it's like 8 games or so left, bro. It depends on who you are, but there's like 8 games or so left. So what is it? 47 plus 28, 15. That's 75. There's 82 games. So there's like 7 games left, 7 to 8 games left for everybody. All right, let's see what happens. Let us know what you think on that. Who's going to pull that away? And then in the West, you got the Suns. They've already clinched home field throughout, and they're already done. They can lose every game, and they'll still have home court.
They're still top seed.
I know. So they clinched it. I mean, that's pretty good. The Grizzlies, they're just about clinched. I know they clinched a playoff berth for sure, but they've just about sewn up second place. They still got to win a couple games. The Warriors are right there.
Third.
they're third place, of like 4 games behind them, so they can still catch them depending on if the Grizzlies lose. I know John Moran's been out with a knee, so I think he may be out a couple more games. But they've been actually winning, doing pretty well without John Morant. Actually, they've been playing fairly well, so that's good news for them, and they can rest him and make sure he's healthy for the playoffs. I think they can sew up second place. Yeah.
Now, here's the trick question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the Lakers can win it out and win that 8 seed? But then if they win that 8 seed, they'll end up having to play at Phoenix. They got to go to Phoenix, right?
Right. Well, they could potentially win the 7th seed.
Yeah.
In the play-in, right. And they would play the Grizzlies. So
Morant,
I don't know that.
Morant's healthy, man.
Yeah.
He got healthy. They're playing really good basketball at this point.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So both the Nets and the Lakers, they were the favorites at the beginning of the year, and both of those are going to be most likely in the play-in games. That's what it looks like. Let's see. Yeah, they're most likely going to be in the play-in games. AD looks like he's going to be back in time for the playoffs, and it looks like Kyrie now he's going to be able to play those home games now.
Mm-hmm.
They lifted the mandate in New York.
The mandate up here in New York. Yep. Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
So he's going to be able to be in those home games.
He's going to be a dominating factor now, so he can play at home too.
So which team do you think, because they were the favorites coming into the season, now they're in the play-in. They're both in the play-in. They're both basically in the same position in their conference. They're both in the play-in games. Which team between the Lakers, since they were the favorites, which team do you think is more likely to make a run in the playoffs? The Lakers or the Nets?
The Nets. The Nets, definitely, man. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Definitely the Nets, man. They got Durant. They got Kyrie. Then they end up getting Drummond. They got. I'm gonna be honest. You might think I'm crazy for saying this. I think the other Curry guy, he's a pretty decent player too. He ain't as good as Steph, but he's pretty decent when he does play. Steph Curry, brother, he's pretty decent.
Seth Curry, yeah, no, he's a good shooter.
Yeah, he's a decent outside shooter. So that's what I'm
he's
saying.
A good shooter.
If I had to put out I'm putting out my money. If I'm a gambling man, I'm gonna go
with the Nets making a deeper run.
Yeah, man. If the Lakers finish 8, then that puts them playing a 1 seed. If they finish 7, they play I don't see any consistency coming from the Lakers.
Even with AD coming back. You don't think they can make a run?
No. Bro.
Okay.
Ain't no way.
I kind of agree with you. I think the Nets can make a better run. I think with Kyrie, and you got 2 guys who can close. You got Kyrie and Durant. They just got to figure out. Kyrie's got to say, "Hey, man, Durant, you're number 1. I'm 1B. You're 1 and I'm 1B. I'm the second guy." But either one of us can close. They just got to figure out who's going to be the closer on what game, and figure that out throughout the series. But yeah, I think they're a little more dangerous to me in the end,
and can make things
because of what you said. Yeah, you got Seth Curry out there. Kyrie Irving's going to be able to play home games. You got Patty Mills, who can also shoot the ball as well. Bruce Brown is a decent player. Of course, you got Kevin Durant, but you also got Andre Drummond, and Nicholas Claxton is pretty good. I don't know if Blake Griffin's going to be healthy for the playoffs, but he might be. Goran Dragic is not a bad player. He's a decent veteran who can get you some, help you out at the point when Kyrie is resting. I think Goran Dragic may be a factor in these playoffs. In his 13th season, I think he can help out off the bench and just keep the team steady. When Kyrie's on the bench getting some rest. Right. So we'll see what happens. The only problem I think for the Nets, they don't have enough girth. They don't have enough big guys. Got Andre Drummond, but after that, you don't got a lot of big guys. There's going to be a lot of big guys in this, because the Bucks got a lot of big guys. The Heat's got some big guys. The 76ers, of course, they got Embiid. They got some kind of, so they're going to have trouble with the bigger teams. You know what I'm saying? And that's going to be the hard part for them. But I think they can make a bigger run than the Lakers. They can actually. I think they could upset either the Celtics or the Heat, depending on who they play or who's at the top. If the Bucks are at number 1, that'll be a tough play. If the Bucks end up number 1 and the Heat end up number 8, that'll be a tough series. I don't know.
That's gonna be a tough series, man. That might go 7 games.
Yeah,
that might go 7 games, my brother.
Yeah. So that would be a tough first round. I would hope that the Bucks would end up in second place, and we could see that later in the later rounds, the Bucks and the Heat. I mean the Bucks and the Nets. But I don't know who you see coming out of there, the East and the West right now.
The East,
Yeah.
man, bro. Like I said,
Right now, what do you got?
Right now, man, I'm definitely gonna go with Giannis and the Bucks, man.
Right.
Now, the Bucks.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the Bucks.
Right.
And I'm gonna go with Phoenix out of the West.
Okay.
Right now, the season ended today.
Right. I tend to agree. Phoenix, man. Yeah, I tend to agree. I think Phoenix has played really well. Even with Chris Paul been out for the last couple of months. He's been out with a wrist injury. He's coming back probably for the playoffs. They've played really well. They've held on to first place. So I tend to agree. I like the Grizzlies a little bit to be a kind of a dark horse. They're a young team, but they have a lot of young talent. But they're able.
No, man.
I think they may make a run. You may see a Suns Grizzlies Eastern Conference Finals. That's a possibility,
bro. It's gonna be tight, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. You think the Warriors can make a run? With all the veteran leadership they got. They got a lot of veterans.
Oh man, I mean the Warriors is pretty solid too, man.
The West is a tough. It seems like it's a little tougher. I think so.
So if I think the Warriors possess capability, man. You got Curry, you got what's the other guy's name? He was hurt last season.
Thompson.
I can't think of the guy.
Thompson.
Klay Thompson. I don't know if what's the name came back.
Draymond Green.
Draymond Green, yeah.
Yeah, he was hurt, but I think he's back in the lineup now.
So I think they can make a run, man. But right now, at the season end, I'm going with Phoenix, and then I'm gonna go with the Bucks.
Okay.
Bucks from the East.
I think that's a good. To be honest, the Celtics have been playing really well, so they have been they're hot right now, so they're getting good at the right time of the season. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Celtics make a run. They're number one right now in the East. The Celtics could make a run. I mean, they've been playing really good to finish out the season. They're like on a 7-game win streak. They've won like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They won 11 out of the last 12 games. You know, and they've beat some good teams. They beat the Warriors in that stretch. They beat the Grizzlies. They beat the Nets. They lost to the Mavericks, is the only team they lost to, but they've beaten the Nuggets, who are a solid team. They beat the Jazz and the Timberwolves. They got the Raptors and the Heat coming up in the next. So they got the Heat coming up soon. That'll be a game probably for first place. To see who takes the lead in first place.
Takes the lead,
yeah. So the Celtics, I mean, to be honest, they've been playing really well at the end of the season. So they're getting healthy, getting hot at the right time. So I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if the Celtics make a push. Let us know what you think about the NBA. All right. One more topic in the NBA. Normally, the NBA MVP comes from the best team with the best record. Normally, you know how Michael Jordan was winning. He would always get MVP a lot. Back in the day, Karl Malone got that. He kind of got nominated. He kind of had the best record. You have LeBron, who's been nominated a few times. You have Giannis, the last couple of times he's been on one of the best teams. So my question is, the Suns, they have the best record in the NBA, have locked up home court advantage. And why isn't Devin Booker getting any love for MVP? I haven't really heard his name a lot out there. He's been playing really well. He's got similar stats to any other MVP candidates. He's averaging 26 points, shooting 42 from the field, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, playing 34 minutes. Do you think people are looking Devin Booker for MVP candidate? He's on the best team. He's helped carry this team while Chris Paul has been out. I mean, to be honest, I think he should get a little more love.
I think he should get more love as well, man. The guy should be in contention and like one of the top names in the MVP run. I mean, he's playing hella good basketball at this point, man.
Right.
He's playing really, really, really good basketball, man. And I think he should be considered at this point,
Right. I wonder, why do you think they're overlooking him? Do you just think it's because maybe part of my reasoning is that people have looked at the Suns as Chris Paul's team. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's the leader of that team.
And like you said,
sometimes he doesn't.
And when you say that, Flo, it's like Paul has carried the whole organization in such a way. But then when you look at this, Devin Booker stepping to the plate. You
Right.
got Devin Booker. What's the other kid's name? Oh God, I can't think of the guy's name, man.
From the
Plays for Phoenix. He's a brother.
for the
like plays like 4 or 5. I think he plays a 4 or 5.
Cameron Payne. Cameron Payne.
No,
Mikael
not him.
Bridges. Bridges.
No, it's another guy. He may play the 3 spot.
Oh,
that guy's
Crowder.
name?
Jay Crowder.
What's that guy's name?
Cameron Johnson.
Alton. DeAndre Alton.
Oh, he's the center.
Yeah, Alton. Yeah, Alton.
Yeah, he's really good, and he's a young guy.
So I think
He's only his third season.
So when I say, man, when you're looking at a guy that's in runnings and that can make something happen, man, Devin Booker, man, he up and coming, bro.
Right.
But I don't know if he'll. Yeah, I don't know if he will get it this year.
Right. I don't see him getting the votes because at this point, it seems like most people made up their mind. It's going to be Embiid, Joker, and you got Giannis, and then
Luka.
maybe John Morant, maybe Luka.
Luka may be in contention for it, but
those are kind of your top 5. But Booker's not even in those top 5 discussions. And if he's not in discussions now, to me, it seems like it'd be really hard for him to come in and make some noise. You know, as far as MVP, the voters, you know, who get a vote. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think he deserves some love. I think Devin Booker has played really well. He's kept that team in first place, helped to keep that team in first place, been a leader and a scorer. And I think he should get a little love. I think he should be in the top 5 MVP, but that's just me.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think. All right. NFL, let's talk a little NFL. NFL just around the corner now. A lot of action this offseason, man. A lot of action. All the quarterback changes. It's crazy. Tyreek Hill was traded recently to the Dolphins. The Chiefs got a first round, a second round, a fourth round, and then a fourth round in 2023 and a sixth round in 2023. Was this a good deal? What do you think? Can Tyreek flourish with Miami? Will this hurt the Chiefs? What do you think?
Bro, man, that's a hard. For me, that's a hard pill to swallow, man. I think Kansas City was crazy to give up that guy, man. That guy's really dynamic. He's talented. They get a first round pick. I don't know. I mean, a first round pick guarantees you what? When you got Tyreek Hill, he is the fastest guy in the NFL.
Well, I mean,
he is the best.
That's what everybody thinks.
But on top of that, Tyreek already he won a Super Bowl, and he got paid what he was worth to go to Miami.
Well, he saw Devontae Adams get a bag, so he wanted his bag too.
Yeah, and for me, I got no problem with stuff like that, man. If you trying to get paid, bro, go get paid.
Yeah, I mean, they offered him money, but he didn't. He wanted he said he wanted a bigger contract.
Yeah,
but the Chiefs gave him a contract. I mean, they gave him some pretty decent money, but he wanted to test the market, I guess.
Man, I think he made. I mean, for him, it's a good move, but I don't know.
I think for him, financially, you know, he's trying to get paid. Okay, I get it. You know, for him, I think it's a move if that's what you're looking for to get money and get paid. I mean, hey, you can't blame the guy for trying to get his money, but to me, he's going to become a little irrelevant because I don't see Tua Tagovailoa being a great quarterback to get him yards. I think Tua is limited in what he can do. I don't think Tua is going to help him, you know, be a great receiver, or, you know, he's going to have to get a lot of screens, a lot of short passes, a lot of where get Tyreek in space. He's not going to get those ones down the field that he got with Patrick Mahomes. Right. He's not going to get those kind of passes. So Tyreek, he may, I don't know, what was it? Keenan Allen said some people are going to get exposed with that. I don't know if you saw that tweet. I don't know. What do you think he was talking about?
Man, I didn't see it, so I don't know. But Keenan Allen played for the Rams. No, he played for the Chargers.
Yeah.
Or is he a free agent?
No, he plays for the Chargers still. Yeah, he said something.
I didn't see what he posted, though.
Who's getting exposed? Yeah, he said that when Tyreek got traded, he said some people were going to get exposed. I don't know if he was talking about Patrick Mahomes. Was he talking about Travis Kelce? I don't know. It seemed like he was talking about Patrick Mahomes.
Mahomes, yeah.
I don't know.
That's just like he's throwing shade at anyway.
Right, yeah. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, I'm sure That's gonna be some bulletin board material for the Chiefs when they play the Chargers. So we'll see what happens. So yeah, I don't know. I think Tyreek's not gonna have as much success. I think Patrick Mahomes will be okay because he's got plenty of receivers. They have a lot of they'll have a lot of speed on that team. So I don't see that it's going to affect Patrick Mahomes that much. He may not could go way deep down the field like he was before, but I think he's still got some guys who can run on that Chiefs backfield. They signed they signed Marquise Valdez-Scantling from the Packers as well, and they also signed Juju Smith-Schuster from
Pittsburgh.
Right. Yeah, they signed him. What? You didn't know that? You didn't know the Chiefs? Yeah, they signed Juju. Yeah, the Chiefs signed him.
Man, Pittsburgh's crazy. They crazy.
So they still got speed. They still got McCole Hardman. I think Josh Gordon is still on the team.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, they still got. Of course, you got Travis Kelce, who's one of the best, if not the best, tight end in the football right now. So I think they'll be fine. They may not have as many deep shots as they had in the past, but they're still going to get some. I think they're still going to. I mean, McCole Hardman can get behind the defense. He's got enough speed. Juju Smith-Schuster's pretty quick. I mean, he can get you something in the slot or maybe on the other side. Marquise Valdez-Scantling got signed away from the Packers. So speaking of Marquez Valdez-Scantling, now they've lost him and Devontae Adams. Are the Packers in trouble on offense? What are they going to do? I mean. That's what I'm asking. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
What I'm saying when I said from receivers, running back, who they got?
I'm trying to figure out. I mean, they still got that Aaron Jones. I think is their running back. He's a solid running back. But at receiver, I don't know who they got. They got according to their roster right now, they got Randall Cobb, who's he's an old veteran. They got Alan Lazard.
Montgomery?
Montgomery's not there anymore. Oh. They got Randall Cobb, according to the roster right now, Alan Lazard, Amari Rogers, Malik Taylor, and Jawan Winfrey. Those are their top 5 receivers right now. Alan Lazard last year, he had 500 yards and 8 touchdowns. He was okay. I mean, he's a fourth year guy. Randall Cobb only had 375 yards. He's the 12th. He's in his 12th season. He's on his way out. I mean, Randall Cobb's not gonna scare anybody. Amari Rogers, he's a second year guy from Clemson, but he only had 4 receptions last year, so he's gonna have to really contribute.
Yeah.
Malik Taylor, he only had 2 receptions, so I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do unless they plan on drafting a receiver. I don't know what the Packers are gonna do. To be honest,
in trouble, man. They got a good quarterback, but they don't have any weapons on offense.
You gotta have weapons. You gotta have weapons. I don't know. We'll see what happens. All right, moving on. The Falcons trade Matt Ryan to the Colts and sign Marcus Mariota. Are the Falcons officially in rebuild? You're a Falcons fan. Are the Falcons in rebuild mode right now? Are they going to start Marcus Mariota next year?
Bro, who else we got? Who else we got? That was the dumbest decision was to trade to get Mariota and let Matt Ryan go. But I understand why they let Matt Ryan go to free up some cap space. But what the Falcons should have been looking at in general anyway was the offensive line, man. Matt Ryan cannot stand in the pocket or pass or do what he needs to do as a good quarterback because he ain't got no offensive line blocking for him. They always got rookie offensive linemen. Mariota.
Right.
Matt Ryan's better than Mariota.
You think so?
I know so. Come on, man.
No matter, I don't know. Let's see. Mariota gets another shot at it. We'll see what happens, man. You never know. So here's my question: Should if the Packers are in somewhat rebuild mode? I mean, not the Packers, but the Falcons. Should they go with Mariota for the next couple of years, or should they draft Malik Willis maybe and make him your future,
Man.
Or should they wait till the next year?
I would wait probably until the draft of 23 to make a hard-nosed decision at QB for Atlanta.
Okay, so Mariota's a gap guy. He's your gap fill.
Mariota just kind of fill that gap, man. But You don't want to get a guy like Malik Willis.
No.
I like Malik Willis. I'm a Liberty University alumni, so I go to Liberty. He goes to Liberty. But
I'm just saying, he's
ah.
pretty solid. I mean, he's a little raw. He's gonna need some time, but he's gonna.
But Flo, you gonna have to develop a guy like that, man. I want to get a guy.
That's what I'm saying. You got Mariota. He can sit behind Mariota for a year, maybe 2.
But bro, we need receivers. Who is Mariota gonna throw the ball to?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Man, they dropped no Julio Jones, and don't go back and get Julio Jones.
Maybe can y'all draft a receiver in the draft? Take a good receiver. Y'all should have a first rounder, right? This is a deep receiver draft. There's a lot of good receivers in this draft.
I think we can pull some out of our hat, man. But at this point for the Falcons, bro.
So you say wait till next year for the QB?
Yeah,
2023.
Man. That's why I said I'm not even getting my hopes up. I'm not even getting my hopes up for this year.
So if they draft Malik Willis, will you be disappointed? You think they should wait it? You'll say, man, they should have waited.
It's like a double-edged sword, man.
Right.
It may be good, it may be bad. It's like,
yeah.
If we don't get him and then we don't end up getting a quarterback in 23, then we're screwed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
What are you gonna do then? Right. Okay.
It's yeah. So
that's a tough one. My personal opinion, I think you should get Malik Willis, let him sit under Mariota, see what he's got. I mean, because you can always get another quarterback in 2023. I think Malik Willis may drop a little. You know, I mean, I don't think he's gonna be. He might be the number 2 or 3 quarterback, but you know, with the guy from Pittsburgh, what's his name? What's his name? What's that guy's name? NFL draft. Let me look at the NFL draft.
I'm looking it up right now.
What's that quarterback? Pickett. Yeah.
Pickett.
I mean, to be honest, people are saying in normal drafts he would be a 3rd rounder. In a normal draft with quality quarterback, he's going to go in the 1st round, but I don't think he's going to go top 5. I see him going in maybe to the Jets if at the highest. I mean, who's going to pick him? You think Detroit's going to pick him and they're picking number 2? The Jaguars don't need a quarterback. The Texans said they're happy with their quarterback. The Jets just drafted a quarterback. So the Panthers may draft him. They need a quarterback. I don't know. You think? I don't. Right now, in these mock drafts, they have Malik Willis going number 9. They got him going so I don't know. Would you guys? Would you get Kenny Pickett if he's available? No.
Flo, come on, bro.
I don't think I'm looking at the draft right now, the mock draft. You guys don't have. You have an 8th. You got the number 8 pick right now.
So
you could get Malik Willis. I'm saying get Malik Willis, man. Let him sit under Mariota and develop him. He could be your future. No?
That's a strong possibility.
Okay. What are you hearing in Falcon Land? What are you hearing over there? You hearing any rumors?
You know, the Falcons make dumb and irrational decisions. That's what they do. That's what they do. They don't make smart decisions, man.
Yeah.
I've been a Falcons fan my entire life. I would have held on for Matt Ryan for maybe 2 more years and then wait to grab the QB. And what I would have done
in 2023,
Matt Ryan would have had to restructure his deal, bro.
Right.
No questions. He would have had to restructure his deal.
Right. Well, now that he's with the Colts, are they the favorites in the AFC South now? With the Titans, Texans, and Jags. What do you think? Does that make them the favorites in the AFC? Easy? Okay.
Easy.
Oh, wow.
Fired! Shots fired!
So they're the favorites now over the Titans, even though the Titans were the number 1 seed last year.
Man, Tannehill washed up, bro.
Okay. All right.
Hey, Matt
let us know what you think in the comments.
Where he's going, bro.
Yeah.
He has everything he needs, so.
Yeah, let us know what you think. Is Matt Ryan and the Colts, are they the AFC South favorites now? What should the Falcons do? Should they draft a quarterback this year like Malik Willis or wait till next year, 2023, to get their quarterback? and just have Marcus Mariota kind of be their Band-Aid quarterback for the next couple of years, what did he do? Let us know. All right, so one of the last topics here, where is good Baker Mayfield going to end up? I mean, who should try and get him? There's rumors he might be backing up Tom Brady in Tampa. I don't know what is this possible.
Man.
We already know he ain't going to the Saints. That was a possible landing spot, but the Saints signed Jameis Winston. He ain't going to the Texans. Huh? Panthers said they didn't want him, and then Baker said that he didn't want to go there. So Seattle's a possibility. Of course, the Colts just signed Matt Ryan, so that's no longer possible. So the Seattle looks like Seattle. It's down to Seattle, maybe Detroit. I don't know who else, man. Maybe the Giants.
Ooh, that's right. Well, they got Daniel Jones, right?
Yeah, but I mean, Daniel Jones ain't much, man. Yeah. I mean,
what about Zach Wilson at the Jets?
I mean, they just drafted him, and he didn't draft him last year. He's only got 1 year under his belt.
He's horrible, man. He doo-doo.
But he's got a terrible.
He doo-doo.
He got a terrible team, though. He ain't got much of a team.
I think Baker Mayfield, man. If I'm a guy like Baker Mayfield, I'm trying to go somewhere.
You think they just release him? If they can't trade him, they just release him?
They probably will.
I mean, they got to get rid of him. I think the Browns are kind of in a tough spot because they got Deshaun Watson, so everybody knows they got to get rid of Baker. So I think his part of that his stock going down is that everybody knows they got to get rid of him. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows that.
I think it will make sense in a perfect world, man. He's probably gonna end up being somebody's backup quarterback, man. He's not gonna start a job. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to get a starting job.
Wow.
Unless you go to Seattle. We say you don't want to go to Seattle or Carolina, right?
Well, he said he didn't want to go to Carolina. They went back and forth. But Seattle, he could go there. But Seattle's, man, they're doo-doo too. They ain't got nothing.
They ain't got nothing.
They got DK Metcalf, but that's and Lockett, but they ain't got an offensive line. They ain't got a running back. They ain't got a defense. They got that, yeah. I mean, if he goes there, he gonna struggle.
They will be at the bottom of the NFC West next year.
Russell Wilson was struggling over there.
He ain't have nothing, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Let us know where you think Baker Mayfield ends up. Does he end up in a team next year? Does he get traded, or does the Browns just let him go and then he goes somewhere? Someone just picks him up. I don't know. Let us know what you think. All right, Canteen, that's it. That's the show topics for the day. We got anything left for the folks out there? What you got? Any party words, final words, anything you want to talk about?
Man, we got, in the Final Four.
Final Four, yep.
We can do Final Four. I mean, whenever you want to do next show, we'll probably do next Sunday night. Next Sunday night's cool.
Next Sunday night? Yeah.
Next Sunday night's cool, man.
Okay.
Yeah. I wish we could do something midweek, man, but
midweek?
It's up to you, man. We talk NBA or something, man, because
the playoffs are fixing to start.
I enjoy it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like a Wednesday night or Thursday or something like that. That would work perfect, man. We start talking basketball, man, and kind of just wheels spinning and stuff, bro.
Oh yeah.
Just let me know.
Yeah, we'll do something.
Yeah,
well, that's the show, guys. Episode 8. Appreciate your comments and likes and shares and all that good stuff. Share this with your friends on Facebook. Appreciate you. Thanks for tuning in, either now on the live or later on the repeat. We appreciate you. Appreciate your comments. Hey, this show. Thanks, Canteen. We'll see you next time. Hey, maybe we'll do a midweek. Hey, just so everybody knows, we move back to Saturdays coming in May. We'll move back to Saturdays, getting ready for NFL season. So we're on Sundays for the rest of April. And then May, we'll start moving back to Saturdays. All right. Yeah. All right, brother. We'll see you next time. Have a good night.
All right, bro.
Good night, everybody. All right.
Take it easy, bro.
We'll see you. Yeah. Here we go. Let's go. Yeah, here we go. Start it up. Yeah. All right. Let's go. See you next time.